Alright, shooter. Welcome to DJ 36 World. How's your day going?
Hey man, good. I'm hanging in there, just trying to take it easy, make it out of this DMV area.
Yeah. Let's start from the beginning, okay? How was your upbringing? Born and raised.
I was born and raised in Arlington, Virginia. I had moved to Maryland when I was like 5, 6 years old.
Okay.
I stayed with my grandma for about like 6 years because my mom was locked up.
Okay. So what happened throughout that time period? So your mother was locked up. Do you want to talk about what happened and she was locked up and you moved to your grandmother?
I don't really want to speak too much on it, but basically, I ain't had my dad at the time.
Okay.
He wasn't really around. He probably seen me about like 3 or 4 times in my life. And
Okay.
my mom was locked up for some mistakes she had made.
Okay.
And I was staying with my grandma and my uncle and my grandfather. My grandma was working all the time, and my grandfather, he was disabled. My
Okay.
uncle, the streets caught up with him because he was, just doing things
Okay.
the wrong way.
So so your grandmother was the only person in line to take you at that time then. Since your father wasn't, really involved.
Yeah,
So your grandmother is a default person to, take charge at that time.
my grandma took charge. That's the only person I really had. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? My sister, she was like 5 years older than me, and she stayed like far down Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
I had a little brother, but he was a baby at the time, so it wasn't too much he can do. And they family had their own issues, so I really just had my little bit of support, which was about 3 people in my life.
So when your mother was gone, so basically it feels like the only immediate family you had, everybody dispersed. So your sister got to go live somewhere else. Like, did she live in it like how you call it, a foster home, and your brother in a foster home, or like sort of like a relative, like relatives, like your grandmother, who took
Right.
care of them?
No, it was my sister. She actually lived with her grandma, on her dad's side.
Okay.
I guess I'll call it the suburbs because it was nice where she was living at when I went down there.
Okay.
And my brother, he lived with his dad. I'm growing up all through his life, and he still do. But man, like I just said, you know what I'm saying, shit was really hard
Okay.
for me because I ain't had nobody.
All right. So if you had to live with your grandmother at that time, and then your grandmother had to take care of your grandpa, like what was she doing to be able to support all of you guys? Like how was life at that time for you?
Um, it was hard because I really didn't, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know. I was young.
Okay.
So all I can really recall is, you know what I'm saying, me being with my uncle because that was the male figure in my life.
Okay.
We made ends meet, you know what I'm saying. My grandma was always paycheck to paycheck, and you know what I'm saying, she had heart problems.
Okay.
So just putting stress on her wasn't really a path for my life or
Okay.
my focus at that main time. It was just getting through those 6 and 7 years till my mom came home.
Okay. So let's talk about the actual environment itself. Like, how was it? Like you mentioned, your sister was kind of living in a better environment, but yours not wasn't that glamorous. So was that like a hood sort of town, or kind of okay? And like, is that like a drug infested area, or I mean, what? How was it?
Um, Eastover, Maryland, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Livingston Road. That's where my grandma used to live at. And for real, it was people on the block, you know what I'm saying? Junkies outside looking for them drugs.
Okay.
Gunshots.
Okay.
It
So
was, it
you
was the
got to
hood.
hear a gunshot back then.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that. We was right actually on the border of DC, like right across the street of DC. So it's Maryland to DC. You hear everything.
Okay.
Everything go down.
All right. So let's talk about your schooling around that time. How was it? Like, where did you like what high school did you end up going to?
I was from school to school. When my mom got out, I went back to Virginia
Okay.
and I graduated from Mount Vernon in 2015.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But growing up, I was from school to school, elementary to middle school. I was like at 4 different elementaries. You know what I'm saying? 3 different middle schools. Um, I went to Clarksburg for like a week. That's how Gaithersburg, Maryland. And then I just transferred back to VA. And then this shit just went from there. You know what I'm saying? I just made it through that time.
Okay. So how did your life change as soon as your mother got home?
Um, I felt like I had a mom again, or I had a parent in my life. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Me not growing up without a dad, it was the struggle because, like I said, I ain't had that male figure, and my uncle got taken away.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I was staying with my grandmother at that time. You know what I'm saying? So my life really drastically changed. It opened my eyes, you know what I'm saying, to see that I had people there, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
support me
Okay.
and actually had people on my side because trust was an issue with me growing up.
Okay. So, what is your what is your relationship with your sibling now? Your brother, your sister now? Did that time period of your life where you were living with your grandmother create some type of like distance between you guys, or you guys kept as like brothers and sisters throughout that whole time?
Um, Being younger, we really didn't have, you know what I'm saying,
Any bond?
communication. Yeah, we didn't have the bond or the communication that we needed
Okay.
because our family was really split up.
Okay.
But right now, it's like we know each other. You know what I'm saying? We know we got love for each other. We there for each other. But everybody independent. We do our own thing.
Okay.